All right, today we are here with Jeff Chan of MMAShredded. Jeff is both a YouTube MMA instructor, personality, several things, as well as actually fights professionally in the one card championship. So super cool getting to work with Jeff when he's in his off season and in Canada. Jeff tends to struggle with some low back pain from an injury years and years back, as well as lately there has been something going on in through his left shoulder. So today we're going to check all that out. To start out, Jeff, if you don't mind, I will get you face down on the table and we'll get into the lower back.
Okay.
We'll get right to it. I'm going to just check out down here. So
yeah, that's
sort of typical, but very, very tight in through both the muscles and joints.
I think it's from the deadlift.
In through the L-spine, and yeah, reintroducing some heavyweight training lately will have an extra bit of an impact on that. Bending your knees up. Right leg is bending much better than the left is.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to set you down gently so I don't bump your toe, because I know you lost that nail.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to borrow just the left knee. Can you hold that up for me? I'm going to see if I can bring you down. So hamstrings are at very least exhausted. And then if you hold that there again, good. We do get them firing better. I'm going to switch you sides. Hold that. So same thing. And if we torque the pelvis, again, that seems much happier. So Jeff, from here, I'm going to get you turned facing me over on this side. I'm going to roll that arm under you. Perfect. Going to bend your top knee up. And I'll have you take a breath in and out. There we go. And then I'm going to get you turned facing the other way when you're ready. So again, I'll roll that bottom shoulder just a little in front. Good, good. Top leg's going to bend up. And a deep breath in. And
Oh, yeah.
yes. And then I'm going to get you back face down. Take your turn. So generally easier to touch, and it feels like on your part it's easier too.
Yep.
There's definitely less of a reaction when I press in there. I'm going to bend both knees up again. And so you're much more even through there. I'm assuming less tension in through the low back as well. And I'm going to get you to hold that. Perfect. And I'll switch you and hold. So then both hamstrings are firing better. Next step from here, I'm going to get you to raise just the right leg up as high in the air as you can for me. Perfect. And I'll let you drop that down. Try the left. Not too bad. Looked maybe a little slower getting up there.
Okay.
Did it feel different at all side to side?
Slightly.
Slightly? Okay. So then I'm going to free up all the joints in here. Deep breath in again. And out.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I love that
It
one.
sounds like a torture session, but I'm...
No, I love it. I love it. Trust me, I love it.
All right, and then can you actually just raise that right leg up again as high as it'll go? Good, followed by the left. Good, much smoother.
Much better, yeah.
Now, so for this next one, I'm going to borrow your head here, Jeff. I'm going to bring you over to the side. Breath in and out. Good. So, and no, that just doesn't want to work with us. All right, so then I will get you turned face up. Come back to that one. We'll try it a little differently. So I'm going to get you to just scooch down a bit. Perfect. Knees are going to stay bent up.
Okay.
You're going to give yourself a nice big hug here.
Okay.
And there it is. So I'm going to roll you back over me here, and then I'm going to drop through there. So breath in. Yep. There it is.
That's the first one. Never tried that.
Yeah, sometimes when it's sticky the other way, that one's going to be the one that gets it. So. Now, a couple really tight spots in through the neck. So we're going to get you open up in here as well. That would go nicely at least. And not a lot of noise out of you today, but it seems better.
Don't know
Yeah,
why.
we're getting movement, but I'm having to manhandle you, and it's not super loud. Pressure's okay in there, though?
Yep.
Perfect. Now, have you noticed your neck extra tight after some sparring lately, or?
It has been. I mean, today I've been put in a few chokeholds, few
That
guillotines.
explains that.
Yeah. Did a lot of wrestling today.
Part of why it doesn't want to make a lot of noise for us either.
Yeah.
Now, I assume at this point, like, you're letting people put you in chokeholds and then working your way out of them, or?
I mean, I'm going against guys that are good too. So,
Fair enough.
So not always.
Sometimes it happens by accident.
Not by accident. They're just good. Wrestling usually does it. Kind of like jamming your neck and shoulder into the hips. Trying to go for the double leg.
Absolutely, yeah. The little bit I've done is probably where I've had the worst neck issues stem from.
Did you wrestle before?
Very, very little. Well, actually, wrestling and then just getting roundhouse kicked in the head, Thai boxing was another one. But my extraordinarily limited wrestling experience was when I was in high school. There was actually a guy who, I guess it was the dad of the guy who owned the gym I trained at. Had actually, like, he'd been, I think, to the Olympics for wrestling and had won, like, medaled at least in the Pan Am Games for wrestling.
Wow. Okay.
So every now and then, me and my brother and this other guy we would train with, he'd convince to go out on the mats with him, and he'd basically kick all three of our butts in one single go.
That's funny.
Absolutely hilarious, but also very... what am I searching for? Put your ego in check.
Yes,
and he was like older at that point, like probably 50s or maybe 60s. But when one guy in his 50s or 60s was kicking three high schoolers' butts, that was... you didn't feel good about yourself.
Martial arts is great for people, though. It just humbles you.
Absolutely. Yeah, humbling was exactly what I was looking for there. Not surprisingly, I didn't really take it up as a real passion, but...
I think people either go into martial arts or bodybuilding.
Yeah, for the most part, I would agree with that. That first rib is really jammed.
Yeah.
So I'll have you take a breath in here for me. And it. Get some movement in there. Now, I know I've showed you a couple mobs for that before. So probably not a bad idea over the next couple days.
Okay.
So that's the one where you got the barbell across yourself or the band over
Yeah,
yourself.
I actually do that every time I do shoulder. Every time I lift weights, I'll warm up with that.
I know you're typically pretty good to do the homework, but just, yeah. Perfect. I'm glad you're still doing it. If you weren't, I was going to just push you to do it.
I don't do it every day. But I do.
Okay.
I do it.
Yeah, so a little more of a trap thing right there. I'm just going to yield a guess and say this might be where some of the shoulder stuff's been coming from too.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been doing the one against the wall, to be honest. But with the band, it feels nice.
I feel like it's a picking and choosing thing to an extent, and consistency not necessarily meaning every day. Because I think if I were to try and get everybody to do every stretch every day, it would be like a several hour type.
Yeah.
You know, your day job would be going and warming up for your workout type thing.
Sure.
There we go. Okay, I like that. While I got you here, I am going to just check out, make sure the feet are good other than the toenail.
Okay.
Now, so obviously I'm going to avoid the big toe on your left foot.
No problem.
The rest of them we'll try and traction out here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Good. Once that's healed up, we can try and adjust it again, but for right now... If you really, really want me to, we can try, but okay. How are you with... Okay, that's what I was expecting. We'll come back to it in another week or two. Traction through the ankles okay, though?
Yes.
Nice. That might go really good.
Definitely don't massage the feet enough, so these ones are great.
Well, I mean, soon enough you'll have your own training facility with your dedicated care team, and then you'll just have somebody to massage your feet every day. And
I'd love to one day, maybe.
there we go. And ankle's fairly jammed, so traction's okay there?
Uh-huh.
That was good. And then one more there. Nice. Actually, not too bad in through the actual plantar fascia. Can I get you to pull that up for me, Jeff? I'm going to try and bring it down. And then up and in.
Up and...
Yep, just like that. Perfect. Same thing here, just up. And then up and in. Beautiful. All right, from here, I will get you sitting. All right, so from here, we're going to check out through the shoulders. I'm going to get you with both arms straight out. Hold that up for me. And then I'm going to turn you thumb down. A little bit tight on both, actually. Try and hold me up here. Seems good. I'm going to try and push you out. Try and hold the wrists together. And then push down. I'm going to try and lift you. That seems good. I'm going to let you drop the good one.
Okay.
Left, I'm going to bring you out to the side. Can you press up into me here? And then I'm going to turn your thumb down again. Hold that down. I'm going to try and lift you. Good. No issues with any of that so far? No. Perfect. I'm going to come around behind you.
Okay.
And if I try and bring you back, you are actually somewhat tight in through there.
Sure.
Any of the numbness or the weirdness in through there as I do that?
No.
Okay. Pulse is good. I'm going to just drag your shoulder down.
Mm-hmm.
Any issues if I do that?
Nope.
Perfect. Slowly bring it up. You do start to lose your pulse there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get any tingling or anything weird?
No tingling on the back, no.
Okay. So fairly tight in through the pec.
Okay.
That's something I'll want to work through with you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get you to take a look over your shoulder this way.
Okay.
Nothing weird there?
No.
And then over the shoulder the other way?
Just no mobility.
Okay, yeah, fair. The adjustments will have helped, but to some extent, just with everything that you've done to yourself over the past day. So again, both shoulders are fairly jammed. I'm going to just traction you down here. Nothing weird there?
No.
This side you're not as bad.
Not
Pulse
as bad.
actually seems to get maybe a hair better as we go up.
Huh.
So it's more the pec on the left that I'm worried about. Just to start out, I'm going to adjust the shoulders.
Okay.
I'm going to bring you up in front.
Okay.
And I'm going to drag you back here. And there we go. So that moves much more freely.
There, yeah.
Mostly that's going to be still tight in the pec. We're going to do the same thing here. Good and good. Way happier.
Yep.
Way happier. And then I'll actually get you laying flat on your back again. Face up for me. We're going to strip the pec out. So I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to give you some pressure through here. I want you to let me know if it's too much.
Okay.
It probably won't be as bad as some of the neck stuff was today when you were training, but I'm not expecting it to be super fun either.
I actually feel the best when you do these types of work on me.
Well, it's good to hear.
Yeah.
At least you know long term there will be some benefit to it.
Yeah, I know what's good. Cynthia expects like these nice little soft massages, but when you feel pain, that's when you feel better after.
Oh, and I'm at a point where I'm almost just going to get an elbow into you. By almost, I mean I am, obviously. Still doing okay with the pressure, though?
Yep.
Yeah, you are extra tight in there.
Maybe it's from all the bench press.
Well, that can definitely have an impact. There we go. Good. We'll give you that one back. I will just come over. We'll make sure the other side is or gets evened out. But yeah, this is nothing compared to the other side.
It's weird. I wonder what I did with my left.
Some of it could be postural during the fights too. Typically, you're not fighting in a balanced stance. True. It tends to be more.
True.
Or if one arm got really weirdly cranked today and the other didn't. Unfortunately, from a postural perspective, fighting is not a terribly balanced sport. You're just naturally gonna get a little bit of a discrepancy in between both left and right and front and back and still a little jumpy in there, but there we go. All right, and then if you come on back up for me, there we go, and then ideally this time, if I bring you back that way, oh yeah, good. So a little clicky, but way, way better in terms of range. Yeah. Oh, that's the one. So collarbone's very jammed. Pressure's okay there? Just going to mobilize you a bit. There we
go. Oh, honestly, it feels a lot better already.
Yeah, the movement is way, way happier in there. So we'll go with that. And I just want to see. So pretty good movement through there. Can I get you to look straight down towards your chest for me? I'm just going to try and lift your head here, Jeff. Okay. So that could be a lot better. Yeah. Can you go hand just there and there for me? And then same thing, look down and try and look up. Perfect. You get to relax there. I'm going to work those points out. It's going to be, again, probably a little on the tender side.
Okay.
So this is more on the lymphatic drainage end of things. Good. And then without any hands, this time I'm going to get you to look down again. Try and hold yourself down. Good. I'm going to have you turn a little bit to your left. Same thing, hold yourself down. And then as far as you're comfortably able to, and hold yourself down again. Perfect. A little bit to the right, and hold. And then a little bit to the right. Perfect. Also going to check the traps. Last couple things here. So I'm going to get you to shrug the right shoulder up towards your ear. Ear's going to come towards your shoulder. Just try and hold them together. Same thing over here. Good and good. Perfect. That one was me. From here, I am going to get you just to come on up, feel everything out for me, let me know how we're doing.
I feel good, just as usual. Every time you give me those massages, I feel great.